All right, welcome back, guys. Glad to have you here. Good morning. It's pretty early. We got a lot to do today. We got to move today, and it's cold outside. It's about 28 degrees outside, and we have honestly had it with this cabin fever and this cold weather. We've done it to ourselves again. This is the second year in a row that we found ourselves somewhere where it is pretty cold during the wintertime, and it makes life really hard, and it makes RV life kind of really suck. I mean, a lot of people don't talk about that, but it's not always just the best thing in the world. Over the past several months, it's been really hard because we've just been kind of locked in the RV. I've been working our contract here in North Georgia, and it's been so cold outside that we just hadn't been able to do anything or enjoy anything. But so that makes it tough sometimes. We're going to talk about the things that can happen with that, and maybe some ways that you can avoid cabin fever if you find yourself locked up in the RV somewhere where it's freezing cold for weeks upon weeks at a time. But we've got a lot to be thankful for. We got a lot going on this weekend, so stick around. Home on the Hitch. We're going to talk all about that, see if we can bust out of this cabin fever. So stick around, guys. It's not real. Don't touch each other. It's not real yet.
Yeah. If anybody
What about
speaks
me?
up, they gonna catch us now.
Holy smokes, it's cold. Oh, my little hands are freezing cold. Come here. No, I need to warm up my hands. I got a wife. What are you barking at?
You?
Why me? Oh, I love you. I'll be back. I love you. You're so sweet. Mwah. I love you. All right, so let's just take a little spin around Talana here. So don't get me wrong, it's not that we don't absolutely love RV life. We do. It's afforded us some great travel. It's afforded us the ability to meet some amazing people. But what I'm talking about is when you get down to it, an RV is a small space, and a lot of the draw of RV living is the places that you're at, you know. So when you find yourself in a place that's cold for an extended period of time, it can be kind of difficult. Now, a lot of people don't find themselves in that position because they're not the kind of RV travelers that we are. You have all different kind of RV travelers that you see on YouTube. Now, you have guys or couples that are completely retired, and they just move from week to week wherever they want to move, and they chase 70 degrees all year long. We're not able to do that. I work as a contract nurse in the emergency room, so we go and do contracts for 3 months, sometimes 6 months at a time, even longer. We were in Tennessee for a year almost, through all seasons. Ugh, bumpy. So what that gets you is if you end up in an area that is really cold during the wintertime, then you are going to be susceptible to getting some cabin fever. And unfortunately, that has been us over the past 2 actual winters and part of the fall, because that's what we've been. We've been stuck inside the RV. Last year's winter in East Tennessee was really, really cold. This year's winter here in North Georgia has been exceptionally cold. Plenty of times, down in the teens and the single digits, and that doesn't make RV living any fun. There are a lot of things you can do, though, to help combat it, especially if you can go somewhere where there's a lot of people. We're RVers, we tend to be social. We're YouTube creators. We want to meet people. We want to talk to people. And we're just, when you get put in that situation where there's no people, then it gets pretty bad. Like a good tip is to try to go to a park or a resort that has a lot of wintertime activities if you're going to be stuck in that area or stuck in the cold weather. We did come to Talona Ridge. They have a lot of activities, but you know, over the end of December, the month of January, and the first half of February, pretty much is when we're here, and that is when there is really, absolutely, positively nothing going on. There's hardly anybody here except for if the sunshine comes out on the weekend, you might get a few rigs in here, but those are the dead months, even for, you know, the resorts like Talona Ridge, and it's just not a lot going on. It doesn't lend itself to that social aspect that we all look for. So something that I've tried to get in the habit of doing every day when I wake up to go to work or when I'm just sitting there watching TV is to be thankful and to remind myself of all the things that I have to be thankful for. The ability to do this RV life, to move from town to town, working nursing contracts, and to take me and Melissa to all these different places. I sit and look at the map that we have in the RV with pins on it that shows everywhere we've been, and we have been so many places and seen so many things that we would have never been able to see if it hadn't been for this lifestyle, and I'm truly, truly thankful for that. Our children are happy and healthy. They're all doing well every day that they drive to their jobs or school or whatever, and they make it there and back home safely. Something to be thankful for. So you've got to put yourself and force yourself to be in that mindset. Squeaky brakes. All right, so it's too cold for this, so I'm going to head back to the RV. This is one of the new construction areas here at Talona Ridge. This is going to be like the family pool. It's supposed to be a restaurant over there as well. There's a little glimpse of the pool. And always remember that wintertime is here, but guess what? Spring's right around the bend. There's a lot to look forward to. We are going tomorrow, and the girls are coming up, Ashlyn and Abigail. They've been in the videos sporadically over the years, but Ashlyn just recently got engaged to her now fiance Cody, and we're going to look at some wedding venues tomorrow. Tonight we're going to go have dinner with Bobby and Brandon. They have a house/cabin nearby here at Talona. They were in the Hootenanny video as well. Brandon is a awesome cook, and he's making some stuff for us tonight to eat. So it's going to be, we haven't seen them since the Hootenanny. So that's been a couple of years now. We are absolutely looking forward to it. At least the sun's out. It's been so cold, man. It has been so cold and gloomy. And it's had us stuck inside the camper most of the time. If I'm not working, it seems it's been in the teens with the wind chills in the single digits, and you just can't get out and do anything. We've been at Talona for a month or so. We really haven't been able to enjoy a whole lot, and it kills your spirit sometimes and gets very depressing. Kills your creativity, and then you get in the habit of not creating, and I don't like that, because we love to create videos. Whether somebody watches them or not, that's really a moot point, because we like putting them out there, and we got some friends that watch them. So hi guys. So one of the things that I've got to do before we head to Florida is figure that situation out, and really the only thing that I could come up with is just putting a bike rack on the back of the RV, which is okay. The only problem is that's where our generator's at. But now the fact that we have some lithium power and a 3,000 watt inverter, we don't necessarily need this as much as we did in the past. I can get away with a small generator to charge the batteries. The problem is going to be, oh Lord, you know what, I didn't know when I put this thing on back before we took our very first cross-country trip to Moab, basically to Arches National Park in Zion. We bought the generator, this is like 4 or 5 years ago, and I watched one YouTube video and some guy talking about somebody stole the generator off of the back of his truck or the RV in Utah. So I went over the top, installed a hitch that's welded to the frame in the RV. It's not attached to the bumper. This carrier
is welded into the hitch receiver, so I'm gonna have to grind that out. I went so crazy. I put security bolts in the bottom of the generator itself, welded these square tubing to the rack, bolted the security bolts through the bottom of that box into the bottom of the generator. It's not unstealable, but I was gonna make sure that it was gonna be too time consuming for somebody to steal my generator while we were in Utah or Arizona or whatever. But now, and I've dreaded this for years because I figured we would have to do it. It's tough to be locked in the RV all winter and working night shift.
You get cranky.
Well, you do too.
Well, I was made that in a,
A
collective.
collective thing. So I guess the moral of the story is just to be thankful for what you got and try to avoid the wintertime if you can. But if you can't, you gotta try to go somewhere where there's activities.
Well, you just have to try and make the best of it,
Yeah.
A little humor goes a long way.
And remember what you got, and we're going to try to avoid being stuck in the winter time next year somewhere. I don't know, we may be stuck somewhere in the cold again. I don't know. I hope not.
I'd like to get a tan over the winter. I'd like to be a snowbird
I don't know.
in the sunshine, maybe.
We tried Fort Worth, but it was cold there too.
We had an ice storm and it peeled the sticker off the front of our camper.
Yeah, we did. Yes. I don't know. So
Okay, I love you.
I love you too. Mwah. I guess that's going to do it for us, guys. So thanks for checking us out this week. We're going to have some information coming out pretty soon about the next Hootenanny. Hopefully that'll be coming up in several months. We're still trying to get everything nailed down for that, for the location. And we got a lot of stuff coming up. We're traveling to Florida pretty soon in a few weeks. We've got to get the generator off the back of the RV so we can put a new bike rack on there. I've got to get the 2 or 3 more batteries installed in the front bay, which means I've got to do some unwiring and wiring. So stick around and make sure you're here for all of that. Love you guys. Until next time, take care of each other, love each other, make every moment count. See you next time, guys.